Hey everybody. Hi everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. Today is May 14th. So when you hop on the call, let me know. So I'm going to just center myself. Call in the masters. Call upon the turbo masters of light that can come down. Help us with this reading to understand. Help me become a clear channel. Come in with one voice. What do we need to know today so that we can prosper, thrive, and have a good life in this world? Please help us. Okay. So I'm just going to start shuffling these cards, and let's see what they have to say. So lots of things starting to swirl. We'll see what pops up. What do we need to know? You know what I'm getting is 6. When was 12, 20, 25? I am hearing about this recent Scorpio new full moon, the recent full moon, and I just want to get the correct date. This was May's full moon. Yes, it was the 12th. So I have been doing 6, 12, 20, 25. So that's 9 and 9. Oh, it's an 8. That's interesting. 9 and 9 is 18, which is a 9. The Hermit. Okay. So I'm putting this up. Let's see. I'm looking for the Hermit card. The Hermit card is we're doing the archetypal reading for this new moon. If you are on my newsletter or on my Facebook page, you will see, and that's soulfullyouwellness.com. If you're on my Facebook page or my newsletter, you'll see that I've been doing a lot with this Scorpio new moon. This Scorpio, why do I keep saying new moon? We'll have to see why that keeps coming up. It'll come up in the reading. But I've been doing a lot of archetypal readings for this potent energy. Here we go, the Hermit. And so, you know, I've been doing this for my clients, and because we can create the life we want. And the archetypal soul readings are specifically for you, your individual, your thumbprint in the universe, your energy that is just yours. And it's based off your name, your birth date, the year, and all. So I'm doing that right now, and they're really, really helpful because, you know, who are you in the world, and how are what's in your highest good, how to work it. So if you've gotten a reading, just know, apply that to this card also. The archetypal energy for the Scorpio new moon is the Hermit. So, the Hermit is the archetype, the overarching, one of the overarching um, energies that are particular for this new moon. So if you've been feeling, now we know that Scorpio is watery. It was bringing about like change, rebirth, and I'm seeing the snake, that goes into like a hibernatory state. It goes deep inside. Even its eyes get like glazed over as it gets very, very quiet because it's in the process of shedding. It's outgrown its skin, so there is a new level, new layer coming in. So if you have been finding yourself like kind of in the crossroads, um, feeling like something, it may feel like, where am I? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? You might be in this new level of growth also. And the Hermit, we look within ourselves. Now, the Hermit is walking. The traditional Hermit card is an old wise one with a lantern walking through the darkness, and the Hermit leads us in this spiritual journey on a path that is worn by the mystics and the seers. And so he's leading the way. This is a really powerful card of spiritual solitude, going within and rediscovering new layers of who we are. So we need to retreat like the snake. We can sit back, go inside, and this is a time where if you're pulling back from situations, that's okay. It's okay. The answers are always within. Hey, Tracy, you're always growing, and so we are stepping into a new way. A new way is before us. So this is really, it feels like I'm feeling it. I can tell you. I've been feeling very quiet, and it's it's like being in the womb of the mother. The mother holds us, and we can just breathe and relax. So this is a time where our own self-care, meditation, our devotion to our great work. So, sit back. It's okay. So often we are go, go, go. We are always thinking. We are in a hustle culture, and and this card is reminding me to share with you that, the story of the rabbit and the hare. Who won the race? The rabbit, the tortoise, right? Because the rabbit is all over, go, 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 hustle culture. And now's a time where we can really begin, like go inside, and this is where the answers are. So it's not about achieving the next mark or being busy. It's really about our becoming. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Alyssa. Um, so retreat from any situations to really begin, like, give it consideration. Now, you and I are not the only ones in this place. The entire world is in a process of becoming. There is an ascension happening. And so people around you, you might find that they're in really tough places, a lot of anxiety. Hey, Nicole. Um, and we d- we can be empathic and loving. Not everybody will welcome that, but remember that we can what's I'm just listening. I'm just listening to the words. We can like what am I hearing? Be the I'm seeing a ship in rough water, and we can be the harbor. We can be the safe harbor. We can be the safe harbor, but we can we can't save anybody. We can be a safe harbor, but we can't save everybody. Hey, Jenna. So, um, trust now that this is a time of withdrawal, retreat, going into the deep well that resides within each of us. And this is a time for spiritual growth and following the light. One of the things that I'm reminded of is when life can be hard and all the chaos swirling around us. I'm reminded of a time in my life where I wanted something different, but if we focus on what we don't want, it's like a prayer. It's intense focus. Our thoughts and our words mean something, and it can become like a spell. A spell, spell, is a prayer, right? And when you do a spell, you put incredible focus and delivery onto this spell, and we can create an alchemical change where we can create newly with our thoughts and our words. And whether you're the initiated or non-initiated, our thoughts and words have power. And so I'm being reminded to focus on your the thoughts and words that you put out into the world, your spell. Our thoughts and words have power. And so how with all the chaos around us, it can be destabilizing. We can have big feelings around it. And we are in the Scorpio moon. Scorpio is water. The full moon, the moon is water in itself, reflecting the light back to us for our transformation. So things will be illuminated now. Actually, hospitals, the our first responders all know that at the full moon, great disruptions happen, crimes, accidents, because people are influenced by the moon. We're made up of water. I think it's like 60 to 70% we are water. And so the astrology around us really does impact us. Now, the astrology is not bad. The astrology is here to help elevate us, and that we if we're aware, we can use the energy that's around us to shift. And with our words and our thoughts, our spells, we can shift to the next iteration of ourself. It's the problem when we're not conscious, and the entire world is being led into a new way. If you go back to, you can even look at my YouTube channel. I do the my previous Wisdom Wednesdays are all up there. But I remember the first one of the year was talking about, with all the chaos and this election and all, like what is going on. And even back before that with COVID, when the new goddess came in. Now remember, she said with COVID, what was happening, and she said, the energy's changed. It's a time of divine union where the male and female will walk now side by side. So when it used to be a matriarchal society, then it became patriarchal. During COVID, it became a time of divine union. And she said, who else can shut down the world but a goddess? And so the world has been in this accelerated state. The cancers, the diseases of the world need to emerge, and much like a cancerous growth, so that we can change. And so the beginning of the world, the beginning of the year, there was a reading, and it talked about the two paths that are before us. One is the old guard, and then the new guard, which we are creating. So we were advised back then, and it's coming up now, focus on your thoughts and words and your actions and move into this new world. The old world is dying. The old guard is clinging in their death throes. I don't, I say this, and I get this in readings. And of course our readings are possibilities and probabilities. My record is pretty good, but like I don't know what we're walking into. Hey, Angel. And so I have ideas, I get information, and I share it here, and then we need to see how it goes forward. So the Hermit is leading us into the next iteration of ourselves in this ascension process. And so we are growing. Follow the light. Each of you here are like doing incredible work in the world. We're here together. We have one another, and our community grows, and you are bringing this light to your communities, and more and more people are going to be looking for you, for your light, for your healing, all the things that you do to shine your light in the world. Okay, so that was, let's see what else the Hermit wants to say. How does this sound to you? You might even be getting the message, and this is a validation. You're all highly psychic. So, let's see. And so I'm seeing that, the pathway before us, it's not like it's, it feels like we're kind of like in the middle of the journey. So we still have, oh good, Alyssa, I'm glad it's validating for you, and Nicole. So it looks like we still have a ways to go. And but it's funny at the end, I'm looking at this card, and it looks like we're walking. There is a destination, because the path is cleared before us. It's been walked before, and which is good, because we're not cutting through brambles, we're not cutting through a forest, we're not cutting through a new way. We are following. What I'm hearing is the what I'm hearing is the journey of the masters. And that gives me so much hope, because the masters of light have been physical. They've walked this difficult journey themselves. They know what it's like to be physical. And so we are following the hermit. The hermit's reminding me of the Fool card, that sometimes, the Fool, if you know the Fool card, it looks like this young pre-teen, early teen walking, and his face is up in the sky, and he's got his like hobo's bag, and he's traveling, and there's a little dog with him, and it's a beautiful day. And the Fool is walking, and he's in the same card. You see he's coming upon a cliff, and you're like, whoa, wake up. And so is he looking up to heaven and just trust so completely in the process that when he steps off the cliff, there is a place for him, sure footing for him, just like us, on our journey. I remember, Christ's words come back to me that, we only need the faith of a mustard seed. And so the pathway will always be illuminated. But this is a path, it's a path of trust and faith. And so I'm being reminded to develop the relationship you have with the Creator, Tankishla, Yahweh, Adonai, God, Allah, energy, universe, whatever word you use. But now's the time to really begin again. And this is a consistent message that we get oh my gosh, I hear it all the time. I think I'm probably sharing it with you here also, but this is a time where it's really important, again, reminding us with the hermit to go inside. The snake is also can be known as this esoteric and alchemical symbol, the Ouroboros, where it's the circle of life. And the snake is actually, it looks like it's eating its tail, it's ingesting itself. And so I'm getting, this is, this is the, process of life and death and regeneration. I'm also seeing the butterfly, how the butterfly comes from a caterpillar, this strange creature that you don't even, why does it exist, this strange creature. And I'm even looking at its walk. It kind of arches its back and go, and so there's like this cyclical flow of energy, how it moves through the world. And at some point, this humble caterpillar begins creating a web around itself, creates a cocoon, and then it completely obliterates itself in the darkness. It turns into mush. It destroys itself, and then at some point it recreates itself like the phoenix and emerges from this cocoon, and it's in a completely different form, beautiful iridescent colors, and flies. It has lifted off the ground and flies, and I see the sun behind it, so it's it's flying high. I don't know why I went there. But the Hermit card is, oh, okay, thank you. So they're bringing me back to that we're part way through this journey. There's still more to go. And in the background, there looks like there's a city in the background, and a new day is beginning to rise from the darkness. I don't know how long this process is going to be. We began talking about the Scorpio full moon, and then it turned to the world. So I'm trying to make the connection. Give me a second. Bring these two pieces together, please, so I can understand. So this card is just reminding me that you know, we are physical. We are of this planet. We are in the earth. We are earth, water, air, fire, yes, but we are living in this earthly plane. And yet connected to the heavens. As above, so below, as within, so without. So as we are moving through this world, through the different cycles, the monthly cycles, this month the Hermit speaks to us. The action items for this full moon is get quiet, go deep inside. What do you need to let go of? Where is the light? Where is your next step? Like, follow the light. A journal, journaling, meditating, pivoting, focus your mind, create new spells on the things that you want. You can recognize the things that you don't want. That's not for you. Focus on the light, what you do want. When you do that, you'll feel your energy shift from the denseness of what you don't want to a higher vibration. And step toward that. So if you were in a tumultuous time, the first thing you might want would be peace. And so focus on, like, when things come to you, does it bring you peace? No? Discard it. What do you want? Peace. I want peace. And so when things come, choose the things that bring you peace. You'll receive more peace. And so you can use the rest of this month in focusing on what you do want. The new moon will bring you know, new beginnings, new opportunities. Maybe we'll do a class or something about now beginning to utilize the cycles around us, the astrology and the cycles of this world, you know, the lunar cycles. So, good. So, yes, Alyssa says this is validating. Nicole says it makes sense. She's got lots of goosebumps, and she's been wanting to journal. So good. I'm glad this seems to be helpful. Do you guys have any questions about this card? Just put them up in the chat and I'll look. If you're interested in your own Scorpio moon, Scorpio full moon, alchemical soul card reading, reach out, because I'm doing them now, for the next maybe day or two. We're still in the until tomorrow, we are still in the shadow of the full moon. So it's, it's good to know our own blueprint, um, how this full moon is impacting us and what we could do for it. So Alyssa's asking, I am looking to publish an essay. Does hermit mean I should review it longer? Review the essay longer? Is that what you mean? That's a hard one to say. Frankly, if you wrote something, it's probably really good, Alyssa. Okay, so that's what she means. I would look at it, read what I wrote. I would sit in meditation, ask your spiritual team, is there anything else that needs to be added to this? And then what? They might say it's good to go. And by the same token, this is the hermit is inviting us to look within. Our answers are within, and you are fully capable of looking inside and determining that. The hermit is reminding us that we are the creators, right? It's our words and spells. It is the way we are going inside and course correcting. So the hermit is here to support us. And when it feels right to you, you will know. Now, I'm also hearing, if you're going into self-doubt or imposter syndrome, or there is healing, like being judged or forsaken, all that stuff, that's another issue to address. Hermit, we all of us, including myself, benefit from regular healing, so we can continue peeling away the things that are not us. Hermit also reminds us to do that. Peel away, like, the snake is in the process of its shedding. It's in a stage of shedding, which is actually an alchemical transformation at this point. We do this as well. So you are growing into the next iteration of yourself. But don't wait. Meditate, look at your work, and then publish it. I'm also hearing, this is so funny, they're reminding me of the 80-20 rule. 80% is good enough. We do it, we let it go. We do it, we let it go. We do it, let it go. So Alyssa says, thank you. One of my readers said it makes her feel dumb to not know about the kinds of racism I'm bringing up in the essay. Trying to show people how they can help by letting go of spitefulness for old ancient wounds. Yes, yes, yes. Good for you. And that's such a deep subject, so we need to have conversations around racism, all the isms that are out there, and the people that need to hear you, like this woman, will hear you. So don't get caught up in perfectionism. Don't lose your voice to perfectionism. It actually feels, your essay feels really good. So if you wanted a one-on-one reading, we can get really deep into your mission, your work, that sort of thing, that's available too. Just know that. So here we are. Anybody else have any questions? Was that helpful, Alyssa? And if anybody else has any questions related to the Hermit or the Scorpio full moon, reach out. Okay. It feels good. Okay. I'm glad. We have a couple S's there, so it's and in caps, so it sounds like it's a yes. Not a yeah. Maybe, right? It's a yes. Good. Yeah. And get this. This is important work that is that needs to be out in the world right now. You know, and this is like right up your alley. This is your, you know, the way you're shining the light in the world. And this is, so it's a yes, yes, yes for this reading with the Hermit. You know, going inside and pulling these words, these thoughts, these concepts, and orchestrating it. It's like I'm seeing it's like a symphony, so that your thought, your words, your spell goes out into the world. This is how we're going to change the world, is by speaking and putting these things into the world. And how beautiful this reader said, I feel dumb not knowing about the kinds of racism. I mean, so there it was like the sword. I'm seeing the sword, right? Like the communication, the god of Mercury, right? Taking that sword and piercing the veil of illusion. And so well done. Well done. Anybody else have any questions? Don't you love, I love, don't you love how the masters, like how these cards can just be like doorways into the unseen world, and these tarot masters can speak to us and share their wisdom, because frankly I'm not this smart. Jenna asks, can I cast a spell on behalf of my children? At what age do they speak for themselves? What a great question. The age of consent, you know, is, I believe, 6. This is when kids really start coming into their own autonomy. As a mom, for the moms and dads out there, we are the protectors, we are the teachers, we are the magicians in our kids' lives. So I would love to know, like, what kind of spell would you cast on behalf of your children? Is it a spell of love and light? Yeah, we are the lighthouses. And knowing you, Jenna, I know that you are high flying, thoughtful, aware, beautiful, fierce mama bear. And you know, so the spells, yes, the spells that we can do. I have older kids. I have from in my, you know, mid 30s to 40s. I pray all the time, because you know, little babies, little problems, big kids, big problems, looking for protection currently. So yes, there are things that we can do, and it goes back to our prayers. We can, there are times where, you know, they're outside of our reach. They're in school, they have friends, they're out in public, we're not always around anymore. And we can, this is what I'm getting for you, so bear with me. It might be a longer circuitous route. Do your rituals keep a safe container at home, sacred space. Stay connected to the hierarchy of light, the angels, the masters, the archangels, God, and meditate. And so you'll get information. You will get information about things that are happening. You'll hear things like think words will be said. Use your psychism. The more that this is my way, right? This is one of the things that I love about my path, is that I can tune into and receive information. So again, like the snake reminds us, meditate. And I need help. Our prayers, when we pray, we speak to heaven. When we meditate, we listen, so we can receive answers. Meditation, there's different kinds of meditation. There's passive and active. Passive meditation is getting really quiet so that we can hear, we can relax. We don't have the disturbances that keep us separated from our spiritual team, from ourself, from what's happening around us that we need to see. And so we can quiet our minds. With prayer, we can call on the legions of heaven. We can call on the legions of heaven and direct, help our way, protect, inform me, protect, so and so. And meditation, if we're using it actively, we can get information. I remember a really tough time in my life where, you can't control other people, right? And so it felt really helpless, and it felt really hard. And, I had been praying, spells, words and thoughts, and really focusing on and asking for help, praying. And I remember I went to bed and my mind was quiet. It was in that in-between time. And I got an answer, and I was like, and it was so simple and so powerful. It changed everything with a small action on my part. But that's because I was able to get quiet. And Jenna, just know that I'm here. If you need to talk to me privately, just reach out. We can, certainly chat. I'm here for you. So anyway, does anybody else have a question? It feels like this, yeah. I take that hard as love. I love you too. Yes, reach out. Anybody else have a question? So this full moon, it was edgy. It was hard. It felt like, leading up to it, was almost like a dark night of the soul, sitting in a place of nothing, which it was really the womb of the mother. From the womb, all things are birthed. So, and the mother, she's nurturing and loving, often very different from the mothers we may have experienced, because she's the goddess, Our mothers are learning like we are. Life is so complicated sometimes. Anyway, let's see. It is, oh my gosh, an hour. We are at an hour already. I I will be doing some free classes online. It's been a lot of fun. Hop on. If you get my newsletter, great. If you don't, go to soulfullyouwellness.com and you'll get all the scoop, the updates, and what we're doing, the specials, and tidbits and tips and tricks on various um, energy happenings like the lunar experiences, or spiritual development, that sort of thing. I love my community. I love my friends. And so sign up at soulfullyouwellness.com and you'll get plugged in. And if you're looking for your own Scorpio full moon alchemical, archetypical soul reading, reach out on my website or here on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you see me, and we'll do this. Last question, Shannon, how do you forgive yourself when your decisions hurt your kids? Yeah, you know, we all do it, and we try to do better. We're all in the process of growing, and relationships are really complicated. I have kids. I have made my fair share of mistakes. They will agree. Now that they're older, I'm hearing about it. And yeah, I made plenty of mistakes. And where apologies are due, I apologize. It's also really interesting because as we are growing and they're growing, our relationships change also. And there is a process of, when the child was the infant, everything, I teach this in one of my spiritual classes, but when children are infants, there is this attachment and there's a stage of development that everything is them. Their foot, your elbow, your nose, everything is them. And as children individuate and grow and separate and realize that they're their own autonomous beings, they're different than us, right? And they have their own needs. Hopefully, we meet more needs than we fail at. And even when kids are adults, they need to pull away and become more and more autonomous. And so how do we forgive ourselves? Through healing. Through healing and learning to love ourselves, and apologizing when we need to, and building relationships. I don't know. It's forgiving ourselves. It's really an important thing. It's also important to realize that we are not who we used to be. Would we do better? I hope so. But that's a part of our continuing to evolve. Does that help at all, Shannon? Jenna should be teaching a class on that. She's a therapist. Probably wiser than me. Anyway, it's been really good being here with you all. No readings today because we went to the very end and I have somebody coming. So thank you for showing up. Thank you to the Hermit card and the Tarot Masters. Thank you for being here with us, sharing your wisdom and so generously. I'm just going to ask them if they have anything for Shannon. All I hear is love. Love is healing. So learn to love yourself, Shannon. We're all in the process of growing and forgiving ourselves. We're the ones that, again, it's those spells. What we think and what we say create the reality we're living with. So, maybe that's a good way to leave this video, is just say, this month we are becoming, we are creating, going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And so if you need healing, gift yourself healing so that you can fly your beautiful colors and be you. Anyway, see you later. Bye-bye.